Yes. Hello.
All right, thank you. But still, oh, am I recording
Now you have to share again.
the share again? Yeah. Screen two,
Yes.
yes. All right. Well, so another question is, it's maybe stupid, is why can't I get this thing a little bigger?
If you want it a little bigger, you have to click on the second one,
This one,
and then you can drag the edge.
set up and I stirred and I don't know something.
Oh, this one also gets bigger.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. All
Are
right,
you recording? Are you sharing the screen?
it says I'm sharing the screen.
But you're sharing this screen because there's a green outline here, not there.
I thought I did, all right, stop share.
Now the screen is here.
All right, let's
Share. No, it's not there. It's yes. Screen two.
That's what I did last time, and then share.
Oh, so there's no outline anymore. All right. In your screen, remember that I showed you there is a Zoom dashboard. There's a green thing with an arrow. And it's the green thing should be saying in the middle, you are screen sharing.
Yeah, so it's,
If you click the arrow, you're gonna see a thumbnail of what screen you're sharing. Will you see the screen, the notes?
well, I just hit the green thing and it disappeared.
Click again.
Did I hit zoom again?
It's on the top.
Oh, it's on the top.
Here,
Yeah, it did like that.
click here.
Oh, that.
So you were this, you can
Yeah,
have a,
okay.
yeah, so
All right.
you can check which screen you're looking at.
Okay.
At this one.
All right, plastic, right? All right, so I pulled this up, how did I think that? Bottom, mode ranch, Nana. Branch name. All right, where is your node, Nana?
It's in here. I haven't checked it in yet. So.
That's why we need to check with her computer, so you have to join the Zoom meeting and share your screen.
Okay, all right, so we didn't have. So why don't we see her, so she created a task branch on her own machine, and that's why we're not seeing this here,
Can I see her
Yeah.
again?
checked in?
No, she's from, follow this line. Yeah. Is this this line or this line?
Management events. Might just have a lot of changes that. Only 9 changes. And then move the ones that are in.
Yeah, thanks, and all right, and then. Red cap is still at the bottom, for keeping it separate. But I guess, oh, so this is what we did, we created this node here for Nana to work. That what she's been working?
I know.
No, she's in an older one.
VR2.
Yeah, that's this right here.
Are you in
Created-
VR2 now?
Yeah, so we created that for the R2 branch, so. Okay.
Oh, yeah. But the BR2 is coming from
Wait,
March 19th, I guess.
uh, what is VR? Oh, that's not good at all. No, that's not good at all.
Yeah, we will have
Oh,
to be very
shoot.
careful.
Oh, yeah, so all right, is this, is that, hold on, yeah, I see that's going all the way, this thing we created is going all the way back to March, yeah, 19. Okay,
I can just take my changes. I can just take the code and move it.
we had merged.
It's one file.
So
And then
now-
making the rest static.
All right, hold on, before you do that. So what happened here? March 19th. We created, you had a working space here. On this node. That was on the 26th. And then we merged that back. Right?
And then we created another.
And then we created Nana VR2 from the 26th. But Nana, you're saying on yours, this WebGL, I'm sorry, that's not,
The next one.
it's over, it's further down.
Oh, no, none of the R2 is,
It's this one. Here we created
none of the R2 is also from the same date.
this one here, but that's the Nana VR, this is the Nana VR2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Created on 4/14.
But the reason I made it from that change set is because, we were trying to go back in the past to see like what mobile charger looked like before my changes.
Right.
I think where I completely messed up is instead of going to the one right before we added in not a VR, the first one, I went to the one before that one, so like before most changes. That's the one like I went to. But I think I was just looking to go to one that was far
Before, yeah, I mean,
but I have done like a lot of testing in this branch. I've done a lot of testing in not a VR. And like what I have is containable, like it's something that I can move over. I just don't want it to be complicated if it doesn't have to be like, for me, it's easiest if we just create a bridge off of the latest main like node, and then I just transfer my changes there. Because in the main, you guys already have disable highlight, so we can keep that, but all the other stuff with mobile charger and the books, that's really easily like just shippable from where I am right now. But I don't want it to become this like very complex merge and then the conflicts when like I know the things I worked on.
how long do you think to redo it?
I think I can just take a copy of the actual file right now, put it into a different like VS Code or something, and then keep it there, and then move into the new change set. And making the book static was a process of making sure it didn't break anything else, but like it's really just unhighlight, like unchecking grabbable objects and checking like object relocation, because the dynamic, all the dynamic objects have that on it. But after you do that, it becomes static. And then in terms of my code with the player, it's really just attaching that code back onto the player, adding highlight as the object to highlight, and then adding a rigid body to the living room collision box right outside of the.
So I'm just kind of looking at this node here. So we checked in your highlight changes, right? In here. And when you've been working on a node that doesn't have those highlight changes.
Yeah,
Other than that, let's see, so it's the highlight changes. Let's see if there's anything else. We're
What
looking at this
we-
note right here, 319.
Oh.
So that one, he's actually telling you to reduce the timer. Mo, you did something, what else has been done outside of the WebGL since March
I think it's
19th?
actually when you click multiple times or you don't click anything.
Right, that was a script thing. We definitely don't want, if we merge, if we merge, Nana,
If we merge Nana,
will that override the stuff that Mo did?
it depends on what we choose. So Nana has definitely altered the housing scene, which is the hub of this game, right? So if either Mo or Kevin have also made out very slight change in house scene, Plastic will get the name of the scene as the file was altered and will make it a merge conflict because it's either one or the other file. Plastic does not understand that within that file, there is a universe of independent changes, right? So what I was thinking about is that if we, just like you were thinking, like if we merge nanas first, but if we not merge nanas first, if something's gonna be overridden, but then our fixes will be there. If we had most changes in the same scenes that she has performed change, or Kevin's changes, then we'll be able to merge them after her to override just what was different, not what she was messing with. Or I don't know. No, this is complicated.
No, I
It's just one
all
scene.
of that.
No, yeah. We can, well, I think we should at least
Take a look, try to
take
do
a
the
look at the
merge.
merge for us to see the dimension
Yeah.
of the.
Yeah,
the
see how
situation.
you can, like, I agree. All right, so,
Can you enter the thing, please?
yes, I need to stop sharing.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so she checks in, it's gonna be on that branch. Then what we can do is on this computer, we can click that node, merge that, change that to main, and then look at the conflicts and see how bad it is. Decisions about the source destination and what.
So now let me help you with visualization. There is that option called shelves open that is taking away a lot of your work things, so you can close it. Because it's very useful for you to read in the pending changes list when it was identified and by whom. So hopefully it's gonna say that it was you, but then you need to say like, how many days ago? So does it make sense? Like the same time it was something that you were working on, but look, and then it starts getting uglier. 14 days ago, 16 days ago, 29 days ago. So
Right.
the longer it takes for you to check in, not you and you, everyone, the harder it is for us human beings showing up, oh, it was me. That's one other reason why we ask to always check in. But if you take a look at the names of the files and it's like, oh, I'm sure that I didn't even touch that. You can undo them by yourselves before a merge. For example, added and private. This has been our greatest enemy. If it's private only, it's because you already added that to the project. But this private, it's the temporary file that stays in your local machine and keeps being shown here privately. So we need to delete the private ones manually because it never goes away. The ones that have added, they are things that you created that are not yet in the cloud. So you can still check them in. And then after you check them in, they just stay as private. So let's start by cleaning this area. Organize the table by status so that we can take a look at the the private ones by themselves. So it's not that bad. Look, select unselect those item checkbox over there.
Here?
Yeah, click twice because you select them all and then you unselect them all. Click again. Good. Now click the first one, which is Add to Kit, private, but not on the checkbox. That's
Oh.
as well. The name. Now hold Shift. Go to the last one.
Yeah, scroll down.
Scroll down.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you click Delete with the right button. All of these you already checked in, but it's residue.
Oh, I did everything.
Oh no, so unclick by clicking something else. Hold Shift before you click the first item. Now look down. Oh, okay, so let's just go step by step. Click delete these ones. So another thing that you can see is like when you see that the file is not changed or whatever, it has a yellow banner here saying either the file is identical or the file is a metadata. So when you see those banners, you can totally delete that file. Okay, so what you actually have added was one script single highlight and hiding feedback state. That's the third one. The other two are meta files that accompany the file you create. So in Plastic, every change will be displayed as two changes because of the file itself and its meta file. Now let's go up. In the files up, all of them have been changed in the project. And they are the 3D objects, right? Or their respective icons because it's PNG.
No.
Have you changed the icons?
But not laptop icon, not important, none of the, no.
And when you were like treating the array of the thing, do you think that array might have messed with?
The icons,
Yeah.
I don't think so, because the array has certain items, and something like Xbox controller isn't in it.
This is older, so it shouldn't be there. Pokemon shouldn't be there. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's select all these files, the PNG files. Okay. And then you can check the box because you are in the blue change or modify area.
Okay, should I do the meta file as well?
Yes, the PNG and their respective meta files.
I know this one.
You can click the checkbox.
Should I do the shift thing?
I don't think this is going to work, but you can try.
I'm using it.
Yeah, like this thing happens to everyone. Depending on the computer you open, and this happens in the lab computer all the time. Because the computer's processor, like, does things with the files to make it able to be rendered in that machine. So plastic, oh, you messed with the photo, but actually didn't do anything. It was like a background process. And the bad thing about if we don't notice this and we check in, we check our computer graphic configuration as what it should be in the project. So whenever any other member downloads it, their computer will be trying to keep up with that model that you, one person. So that's why we don't push things that our computer does automatically, because it's just for our computer, it's not for the others.
Yeah.
Now you can click undo. Okay, so we have now meshes, eyewear, battery, multi-tool. These ones you have to click. And I'm seeing that in each object, the parts of the 3D object were altered as well. So it might mean that you have applied the changes for the children of the object as well. Like static, right? You made them static or something like that?
I made the books static, but all I did was uncheck the scripts that made it like highlight or interactable. So I didn't really touch any of these.
You don't recognize, oh, look at that, files are identical. So
Yeah, okay.
these ones that are identical, we know for sure that you didn't do anything. But if you were saying that you also didn't do those,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, so they are identical, you can undo them.
Okay. This one, yes.
That's why plastic scares us in the beginning, because we don't know all of this. It just keeps putting things there. And then we get like afraid of deleting stuff, right? So it's totally understandable. We all do.
So Junior, well, she's gonna, why didn't we merge last week? Do you remember?
Because she needed to go back in the past. Because last week we made the choice of like, let's drop everything. And she needed to go back to a version of the game that the
Right.
highlight was working.
Right.
So she could reclaim the state of the code in a clean and functional way.
All right.
All right, I'm doing now. So now it's much more hands-on, like,
Oh, this is also something. I mean, what, yeah,
yeah, you are not doing it, no.
he's actually, I probably went in. But I was trying to see exactly what. I added, disable highlight. I added it in here. And moved things around because. I think this is, later, like a chain that made before.
Yeah, it's been, yeah, 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot. Blood kit, I was definitely totally just like looking at, it. I'm not surprised. I have things like that, like there's a space in it.
So if there's, this is the only change, these things? No, there's more things.
I have and location. I wanted to return the location for, the road, the living room.
Junior, so, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I understand what's going on. So when we're checking, this is the original, and this is for changes. right?
Yeah,
And then where it says 1 to 3, these are like the changes, right? So she clicked, like,
Yeah, if she clicks this one, she goes to the third one, which is the last.
that, so she clicks it, and so,
that's all. That's all because the location, I wanted it to return location so I could call the instance of the flood kit and have it return location. So I could be like, oh, once you hit this location, turn off highlight. So I was trying to return location and say, oh, if location is equal to 2, then like, please disable highlight. But I tried a lot of things.
And did this piece of code work?
Oh, no,
So we can undo this.
yeah, we can.
What about the other changes above?
The other changes above, I'm pretty sure this is just from me trying other stuff and then deleting it.
And what is the first one? Because we are in 2 of 3.
Oh, they're just empty spaces.
Okay, so let's undo this one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feedback is saying. Yeah, this is from a while ago, but this, we should keep these changes. Because this is for disabling highlight for the grabbable objects. Pretty sure, yep. This is so that we can disable the highlight. And you know, when the feedback scene starts.
The video comes so that purple highlight was in the middle.
I had to add it back in here. Okay, yeah, I had to add it back in here. So that, because I went back to a version of the game that didn't have it.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, well, I had to add it back in if we were gonna merge it back.
So this is gonna be accomplished for us, and we will have to manually just check what stays and what is discarded. Otherwise, the code is going to be having 2 chunks of code at the same time, because it's very unlikely that you don't remember which specific lines you had added before, right?
Yeah.
So for plastic, it's very 1 or 0. It's just gonna check changes.
Mhm.
So, but at least we know that that chunk of code needs to stay, but only one.
Okay, so you can keep that. And grabbable objects, again, I just went through and put back in highlight, disabled, because I call that, in the feedback scene. In this, I do grabbable object, disable highlight, and it just gave that function, yeah. Yeah, other than that, the house feedback scene is everything, and then highlights. .js is also a lot. And you can see I have a lot commented out, a lot of starting over, but
I have a question for you all, and can you go back to the highlightable whatever that you said, right, a second ago?
this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
In line 121, how do we type a different sign? Or was it plastic?
Different.
Look, highlight different than no. Oh, that's why in C# we put an exclamation mark and equals, because an exclamation mark plus equals, it means like the exclamation mark is gonna cross the equal sign. Look at that. Here,
I really don't know where,
because
Yeah.
this doesn't,
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
not-
exist as a key.
oh,
And
okay,
in C#, for us to say that something's not equals, we put an exclamation mark and equals.
yeah,
Because then the computer understands, like,
yeah, I think it's
different.
just, yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
I didn't even notice that.
I've never seen that. All
I
right.
think I just did it like usual. And it had just looked the same to me, like, I didn't register. Okay,
All right, now
Okay.
let's go to the change, the merge.
merge with merge, okay,
Dr. Bodin, there are 2 approaches. We can continue this surgical approach, just like we are here, very step by step, and even keeping it safer by creating a branch off of the latest name, so we can move things of not these things there. And if something bad happens, it's gonna be like in a branch of main. Or we can try going to main straight away, and a new node is gonna be created in the today. This one is safer because we are still not putting anything in main. We are like in a closer step to main.
but we're gonna get to main today. this, right?
Yes, what I was thinking is like when we do this intermediate surgical step is that we merge here. Oh, but like they are not merging anything, right? Should they?
I don't think, so Kevin, we've been keeping Kevin on that long bottom branch
Yeah.
with red cap. We're still keeping red cap separate, something like we did to IVR one. He said, let's not merge,
Kevin
right?
is Chi here, so they
Yeah,
are in the
yeah, so
different
he's
system.
fine. Mo has been
In the
trying
WebGL.
in the WebGL, but he hasn't got his issue resolved yet.
Yeah, because that is huge. So let's just try to do it to main and test. Because we need to see everything that we have done this semester is still
Yeah,
gonna be there.
so Mo, we're not gonna be merging you, are we, today? Or-
Maybe not.
Okay,
I think I found it like issue why it's not loading. Because I look at the console, and it seems that like when I built the project, like the path didn't work anymore. Like
What didn't work?
the path like the URL. Like, it need to be the path like after you build. So it's used the original URL.
But aren't we using the relative path URL,
No,
which is assets slash streaming assets slash the name of the video? Or is it coming from your computer? See,
No. I mean, I already use the relative path, but but the path is not the same in the build folder. So like there's another folder in the build folder named streaming assets. We need to refer to that folder.
so we need to make a, instead of putting the relative path starting asset, we should be making the relative path starting streaming assets folder. Because the streaming assets folder will be there in the
Yeah.
server after we load it.
Yeah,
This is very logical. Are you trying this?
yeah. I'm trying to.
All right.
all right. Good use of multi-tab time while we're. I mean, this is important too for y'all to.
But
know
this is being recorded.
Being
right?
recorded,
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
No.
all right.
Select everything now.
I don't.
And like the good thing about getting on top of the changes that are being displayed in daily changes because they guide your checking comment. So you see like there has been 2 scripts that have been changed and 2 scripts that have been added. So
Yeah, so this is your checking comment. He's asking you to type this in.
so these are your like the pending changes, like they demonstrate what you have done if you don't remember. But you should always remember.
I'm gonna say two of which. Concern highlighting. Sections. Highlighting. Disable. Highlighting. And then
Housing was modified because you needed to assign the object static, right?
Okay. I remember. Is that how you spell that?
It's okay, go ahead, we can always add it.
Okay.
Can you put single highlight.cs so we know that you were talking about the script? Layer object.
This is about it.
There's also the hiding feedback stage that you have to create this script to hide the plastic bin, right?
Yeah, that's what I made it for. But we didn't need it anymore after we decided that we, it's needed only in, it's needed.
Yeah, it's needed.
Okay. Three. That's three. Let's see it. What is it? I'll say average. And.
There any changes below the six that we are seeing?
Feedback scene was only modified to disable highlight grabbable object list for disable highlight how soon had to put mobile charger in the books. Highlight was moved to the player, and then plastic tape. And yep.
Yeah. All right, let's check it.
I can. It's my confidence.
Yay!
Whatever.
Now, oh, there's no checking because she's still in her task branch. Now, Nana, you click with the right button. And merge from this chain set 2 to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Main.
Then you click main. Okay. Start praying out the bottom.
Yeah.
Go Nana. Okay. And
Yeah. It does. These are good.
that's good, that's good. Let's take it easy, just like we have
Yeah.
been. So first, disable all these tips because you can always reclaim these tips by clicking the question mark icon on the right, top right corner. The first thing you do is to go to merge options and say that you want to do a manual merge conflict. You don't want to have it automatic. Yes. So the new item to download is fine. There's no conflict. So what Plastic is telling you is that the feedback CS and grabbable CS objects that you have modified are different than the ones that already existed before.
Yeah.
Which should be the case because you have upgraded them, right?
Yep, they're pretty much the same though. It's like grabbable object, I just put back what I had in there to make it disabled before the feedback scene. I just put it in the changes I was making before. So. The only other thing is hide in feedback state.
Okay.
All right, so we'll probably need to go to Branch Explorer just to kind of look at how it's set up and figure out what the source and the destination is, right? We're gonna have to make these decisions.
Yeah, for me, the worst problem is the first one because
Yeah.
this scene is going to overwrite everything that either Mo or Kevin has done.
Right. All right, so go to Branch Explorer right now.
Oh, no, it's not branch. Go merge again. Dr. Bottom wanted you to go to the merge diagram.
We're-
So merge from this change set to many. Okay. Click merge diagram.
Oh, we're.
For you to be able, you have to put the merge options again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was one.
Manual conflict, save. So you are the source
All right.
and the main branch
Range
is the
is
destination.
Okay,
So click merge diagram again. So click with the right button on feedback CS and say merge keeping source changes. But it's yours, yeah. Do the same for grabbable object. And now before we do the first one, you need to talk aloud what's going to happen. What changes have you done specifically in the hierarchy and in the inspector?
Okay, so in the hierarchy, starting from the top, I will just show you. So starting from the top, player, I added the single highlight things like scripts. I just wanted to finish loading. So I can actually,
You can cancel, I guess. Can you cancel that? Because otherwise your computer is gonna be putting more local change.
wow.
Try to ignore that and continue narrating.
So, player controller, the only thing I added was, single highlight, which was just like the single highlight scene, and then I moved, mobile charger into the object to highlight. Moving down, we have objects by room. In objects by room, I'm pretty sure, no, not there. Room collision boxes, room, living room box collision is the only one I changed, and where I added a rigid body, made it chromatic. And yeah, that's the only thing I changed about it, because it had to have a rigid body. And then dynamic is where, for mobile charger, I unhighlighted the single highlight script because, like I said, I had to move it over to player. And then for the books, I unhighlighted grabbable objects and the object relocation thing because they're gonna be at the same place the whole time. Okay. It doesn't work.
See what happened?
I see.
So 53 icons were reprocessed by your computer.
Yeah, but we can just,
Can you close Unity version control? Or actually no, undo all those changes.
undo. I put undo.
This Unity version control doesn't work.
Yeah.
You should always turn it off.
Okay. But when it comes to the books, yes, and
Wait, no, don't undo because we don't know if your scripts are in the middle of this batch of 53 items. Just close Unity version control so that your computer can.
it's small.
So these lots of loading things is Unity trying to update the graphic user interface of this Unity version control window, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
I-
close that, close by clicking on the right button on the Unity version control and close that. You should never have this open because they suck for 2 years already.
Okay. So mobile book, the only thing, it says it's missing a prefab, but that's pretty much it. But I
Okay,
think-
so if it's missing a prefab and it's red, it's not even in the scene.
yeah,
that's-
it's static, so it doesn't really matter. It's still gonna be there the same way it is there. Missing a prefab,
It's not rendering the book.
it won't render.
So I was just asking you to narrate for you to remember
Mm.
everything you have done because these would be the things you would have to redo in the main branch.
What's weird is I didn't have, it wasn't red like this before we checked and changed it. Like I've already put in my prefab, like I already know that book 1 is Kenneth's book, book 2 is Ben's book, and then the other one is,
So rainbow.
yeah. But, okay, it still kept these unchecked, and that makes it static.
All right, before we do anything, I want to just capture this in the notes. So once we merge, items need to be redone, right? Okay, and just read them off and I'll get these in the notes.
Book 1, book 2, book 3.
And important documents. And what I would have to do is add a prefab to them. I'm pretty sure we unchecked the changes for it.
So you need to add a prefab to these?
But it's already in the project. It's just like taking it and dragging it in.
Yeah, that's why I'm just documenting it so we know what we need to do.
So yeah, outside of that, this,
Book 1, book 2, book 3, important documents, right?
Mhm.
Add a prefab to this, got it?
the mobile charger still has the grabbable object script, still has object relocation, but I unhighlighted the single object highlighter just because I moved it to the player object. And in terms of anything else, I went here, but I looked at this just to see what would happen if, I deleted it. And that's when the game kind of broke. So I undid that change. And outside of that, there is nothing else. I think, I think. I've touched, so I've touched this, I will touch this, touch this, touch this.
And you think you can redo this while we carry on with the following 22 minutes of the meeting?
Yeah, I
Oh.
can definitely, take my script, put it in a nice comfortable place, and, put in the prefabs.
The scripts have been checked in.
Mhm. So the prefabs is what you would want.
The only thing that we will not check in is the changes you made in the housing, which means the changes in the game objects that are in the higher end.
Oh,
The script was added to the cloud, is going to be added to the cloud now with our check-in to main. So go back there. You will click the housing with the right button and you ask to merge keeping destination changes,
mhm,
which is what we already had, not yours.
mhm.
And now you can check in the merge.
Mhm.
Say like, check, watch video for modifications. We can always add it to this context.
Okay,
So just for all of us to understand, why is plastic creating a dashed circle for Nana? Because her computer has already performed automatic changes locally. So plastic understands you still have pending changes to deal with, but we don't. Nana has just successfully merged back to main, today's April 30th, but her computer hasn't moved to that position in the cloud because there are pending changes. So let's take a look at the pending changes now, which are the things, right? So move this
down.
down so you can see better. And you undo everything altogether.
It's all the stuff we saw from before.
Yeah,
Undo.
and now you can go to branches, the other. Change to main,
Yes, yes.
and branch again. None of the are.
Um,
So here's where you gotta redo the, book one, book two, book three important documents and add a prefab.
Not only that, this is one of the parts that she also has to reconfigure the player. Like she has done,
Okay, so, I'm just gonna add, so, player configurations need to get redone.
yeah, or trigger collider to work in the bedroom.
Yeah, so it's making a new branch to apply changes. Yeah. And
Player,
housing.
housing.
And I'm gonna switch to the space.
Okay. So we close this
All right.
cycle.
Yep,
Yeah.
and so I'm just gonna close my Unity.
Yeah.
Here and. I'm going to leave it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open it.
All right, and then you can stop the share as well.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my computer.
Okay. Well, that was a lot of stuff there. Yeah. Um. I really think, and again, whatever we decided last week not to merge, I respect that decision. But it's really, we really moving forward, I'm gonna say this again next semester. Well, we really have to get into the habit of when you're working, understanding this check-in process, getting comfortable with it, and before we come to the meetings, we want you to check in. And we have a nice video here. I mean, it is plastic's a bear, and you've got to be careful in looking at stuff. And if you're making so for example, ideally, if you're branched off the main, like Nana is now, she knows, hey, I gotta do these bump, bump, bump. As soon as you're done with it, go ahead and check it back in to the main menu. Then we have it and we're ready to kind of look at it during these meetings. Because as you saw, I mean, we spent whatever, 45 minutes
Going back to the class to make
Having
sure that
to-
we understand what happened.
to deal with this, and which isn't the best use of our time. I mean, it's good that, you know, we're doing this process so you understand how plastic works and to get comfortable with it. But moving forward, we really are hoping you can get, and of course, you're gonna have to be on break and you're not gonna be doing this, so you're gonna lose a little bit of your comfort level, but
Unless you face a plastic again in your internships.
yeah. Okay,
We had an intern that went to Germany and she worked with plastic like each
Josie,
24/7 hours.
yeah, Josie was really good with that. She came back.
She was the one that fought the zombies the
Yeah.
first time and I was able to learn that.
All right, so
We should test.
we need to test.
Dr. Pan is going to test.
Okay. Dr. Penn's out of that.
Yeah. He's always so far away. I want him to play more.
But I'm a little confused here because we should have,
We are in most. We have to go, refresh the branch explorer. That is circle, but,
that's,
no,
here,
yes.
there we go. All right, so I got to turn this over to Delon.
First, you have to change the
Right, I was gonna switch to this paint stuff, right?
which workstation to the same thing I have. Now open with it.
All right. And I know,
Going to process the changes. Now you can.
the following scene has been changed, yeah.
Reload, don't save.
There we go. All right, so I'm turning it over to you.
Mo and Kevin and Anna, you have to watch the play test to make sure that whatever you change is still there and something that was corrected, it has not come back to life. Dr. Penn, click here, please. And maximize.
I think we're still gonna have an issue though. With the highlight thing. Cause I haven't applied these changes.
Oh, yeah, but we need to check for the other ones.
There's a shortcut to skip this, right? K?
Yeah.
Hit K to skip that. see if we can find the phone charger. Let's, that's in the bedroom or living room?
It's, um,
There it is. So you got the phone charger, right? That was the issue before, right? We weren't able to get the phone charger.
It's in the build, yeah, not
Yeah.
quite the issues.
Oh, it's in the build kit.
Yeah. But if you could, none of you do anything about the books or no?
yeah, just make them start.
All the
Brazil.
books are just static now.
All right, so let's take a look at the books.
So you should be able to pick them up and use it.
Yeah, all right, so let's
No,
go,
but not in here, not yet.
not yet.
Yeah, here, basically the approach them,
Can you
Yeah.
click on one of the books?
they can still kind of grapple.
Yeah, that's so wide.
I remember this issue.
And can you click-
Trust me, because the
But
icon is
yeah.
the same of the important document, right?
And if you drop it, yeah.
And is this something that Nana had fixed for Kevin?
It doesn't do this anymore. Because I went live and then.
But wait, who had fixed this book thing before?
I think what I did is add physics to it, so it just falls right. Okay.
Like the object reset or something.
And it's being reset in the bottom of the house, there is a reset collider. So this one should be redone. Okay.
All right, so let me for the notes while y'all are in, so,
Add, a rigid body to the book or
It's-
collider.
and this is in round one, right?
Rigid body,
This round one, right?
because without that, it just falls through. It doesn't have any physics and stop it hitting.
All right, so we need to add a rigid body and a collider to the books from round one, right?
We also have to reinsert the green book inventory icon image. Between parentheses, use the same icon for important documents.
You can check my meeting notes, Junior and Nana, just to make sure I got everything correct here, please. This one. The mobile charger's one where we had to kind of. Why don't you go right into the bedroom? Let's switch out the mobile charger. And then take a look at the books.
Can we check manually in the inspector to bypass this issue?
Yeah, it's all been fixed.
Were you able to pick up the phone?
But we should be able to pick up the charger, right? That was the fix. That was the issue. And we thought that was
No,
fixed.
we have not, there are configurations in the inspector that pertains to the player object that we didn't check in, so this is expected. This
Okay,
is part of what she has to do now.
all right. Oh, okay, so this is still part of, okay,
Oh,
all right. I'm confused. All right, so what else do we need to look for in here?
I know we said the books also activating here. Well, all the books are
So,
really good volumes.
yes, right now, yeah, you can't really hit the book.
That's ideal.
Dr. Pen, can you give me the mouse, please? But don't go away, you're still playing. Keep escape, please. Thanks. Oh, wait, no, hit escape again. I'm sorry. So we're gonna force that to be. Can we check manual?
Like here. You can see what's going on.
That is that one. That is the charger.
Who's got class? Who's got like walk out the door at 10:30?
I do,
You do.
I have a 10:45. I think we all have class, yeah, we don't have class. unfortunately.
We can't because it's.
All right.
Switch.
All right.
But anyways.
Okay, so let's, we got 5 minutes, so we need to have a plan in place and how we're going to, wrap up this week. And, Mo and Kevin, I'm sorry we didn't even get to look at your stuff or discuss today, which,
No problem.
Don't apologize, because many times she was here waiting until the last 5 minutes, so we are equitable. Sometimes it's one side, the other days are the other side, but everybody talks.
all right, so all right, to wrap up, Nana, when do you think you can, because I'd like to get these changes done, pushed to the cloud, and then I'd like to check them to make sure they're operating before we disappear for the semester. I think that's pretty important. All right, so let's think about a time where when do you think you can have all this done by?
Right now I'm applying the changes that I made in my other branch. And honestly, I'm going to test it later today. And if I can get like a full playthrough, checking for these problems and making sure that they don't happen anymore, then we definitely be good to go from there.
All right, but we would have to, once it gets, we're still going, once it gets up into the server, I think what I'd like to do is just we can schedule a meeting with you, me, and Junior where we can just, go through this process again, like on our end, we'll go into the cloud on this computer, because remember, sometimes you do things on your computer and you test it and it's great, but then until you check in and then look at it on another computer, you can't really validate that your changes are actually taking place. So I think what I'd like to do is schedule a time where you know that you're gonna have done, it's gonna be checked into the cloud. Hopefully you're comfortable with that now.
Yeah, yeah.
Check into the company.
So,
And then,
if you're not, always talk to me.
yeah, and so we can set up a time for you, me, and Junior to get together. All right, so let's look at our calendars and figure out when we might want to do that.
I am free between 10:45 tomorrow and 1:30.
I'm not gonna be able to do it tomorrow.
Thursday, Friday.
What's Friday look like for you?
Friday, I'm free between or before 1, if possible. And then after 2 to 3. And then,
You said you're available 2 to 3?
yeah,
Junior, we have lab management 12 to 3. Do we want to maybe have Nana
Yes,
zoom in with us at 2:30?
yes,
All right. And we can do that over Zoom, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Pan.
And and that would be the lab Zoom, right?
Yes.
Zoom. I'm gonna send a calendar invite. All right, I just sent Junior and Nana a Zoom for that. All right, Mo. So you think you have a solution, but
Yeah, I have solved it.
you have solved it?
It's a, yeah, but just the problem is that the video is kind of lossy.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, or we're not gonna worry about it.
We are
But
not
It
making
will
money.
into like black and white sometimes.
We can do this afterwards. The
Alright.
video is there sound?
Yeah, let me open this.
It should be out, otherwise I'm gonna read up
Yeah.
my class. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
all right, so with Mo,
So he found the ultimate issue that we couldn't understand. The relative, I'm gonna type this.
yeah, go ahead, yeah, put it under him, his name, all right, so with Mo though, you need to check in, right? Are we, with the check-in, Junior, is this gonna be an easy check-in, or are we gonna have to like look at everything?
I don't know, but we don't have time, it's 10:30.
All right, so we need to set up a time with Mo for check-in.
Yeah, but Mo is good with schedule, he's available a lot. So Mo, are you free on Friday or Thursday?
Yeah, Friday works for me.
Friday,
Yeah.
3 o'clock,
Yeah,
that gives us a half hour with Nana, and then half hour with, then 3 o'clock with Mo, yeah,
Include Mo there.
all right. All right. So it's just gonna say at 2:30, but it says, I'm just gonna put Mo 3 p.m., not at 2:30. Nana, change this here.
So before you baked, then the relative path became streaming assets, flash streaming assets.
before it's like assets, streaming assets, and the
Mhm,
video. For now, it's only streaming assets and video.
Is there a forward slash before the streaming assets?
No,
Just streaming assets.
yeah, streaming assets and
The name of slash and the name of the video.
yeah,
Okay.
Kevin,
yeah.
Quick update.
Yeah,
What do we need
so,
to be doing with how's the analytics going?
yeah, so the sprint report, just shows that I've been working on like our final presentation, but also I've been doing bug fixes specifically on RedCap because I
Okay.
was testing it the other day with my friend.
Yeah.
And I noticed there was like a pretty game-breaking bug there, but I managed to fix it. Pretty much like it wasn't letting you pick up an item that you should have. So, I spent most of this week like working on that bug and, pretty much just like making sure everything would be perfect for a merge.
All right, and so we can't merge you until
Yeah,
it's all
yeah,
done for sure.
but it should be all good to go.
All right, we're Junior, we're probably not gonna merge Kevin by the end of the semester. No, okay,
Oh, okay.
What Kevin does is RedCap. What we have to do is to sit down with him or ask him. I guess we can ask him to, after the main branch is complete, he goes there and he implements everything that he learned in the main branch.
all right. So I think we're done, right? All right, this been good session. We got important stuff done. We'll see the two of you all on Friday.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, and then we have the presentation. Maybe I'll keep you posted on summer once we do the details. And Nana, Junior and I will talk, basically talk quick about that, and we'll get back to you.
So I just added most of my changes. The only thing I have to do now is add a parent to mobile charger so that it's selectable, just so that we can gather.
All righty, I'm gonna stop recording. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, then
Thank you.
take care all. I'll see most of you this afternoon again.
Thank you.
Okay, bye now.
I, all
Go ahead.
Bye.
Go ahead.
right, so I should just hit end, right? That's,
Yeah.
Okay.